Bridgeport Speedway, open now on Saturdays, switching to Sunday nights starting April the 28th, featuring modified, sportsmen, and street stock. That's the Bridgeport Speedway, located on exit 14 off Interstate 295 in Bridgeport, New Jersey.
We talked to a number of riders for their prediction on who would win the final race on dirt, the Chamois Shine 200.
I think the winner of the Flemington Chamois Shine 200 will be Brett Hearn, even though Billy Pouch is going to try for the Tasnetti record real bad.
It'd be very easy, coming off my correct prediction at Syracuse, to say Billy Pouch is going to win tomorrow. It'd also be very easy to say Brett Hearn might win tomorrow, since Brett Hearn has proven to be having the year of his life. But I'm here to tell you that Dean Reynolds is all wet. The winner tomorrow is going to be Danny Johnson.
I picked Mario Andretti to win the Indianapolis 500 every year since 1969, so you know how good I am at picking things like this. But I think what I'll have to say on this is I'll go with what our program cover said in the rendering that we had about the last race of Flemington, and pick Billy Pouch.
And the driver I picked to win the 200 lap for tomorrow, the Chamois Shine 200, is Frank Cozy, who usually excels in long-distance races. It's his kind of race tomorrow, and that's my pick. Frank Cozy in the 44.
I don't mean to be jumping on anyone's bandwagon, but I like Billy Pouch tomorrow night for the 200-lap victory. I spoke with him this evening. He was disappointed and somewhat disgusted that he had to drop out of the small block race tonight. I don't mean to use a pun, but I think he's driven, as they say, and I like him to finish up front tomorrow.
Picking the winner of tomorrow's Flemington 200 would be easy to say Brett Hearn, because he's won everything else this year, or Doug Hoffman, because he wins the 200-lapper or a big money race every other week for the last month. But I'm going with Billy Pouch because this is the final dirt race ever at Flemington Speedway, and Billy Pouch is the master of the Flemington Speedway, so he'll win the final dirt race ever. It's poetic justice.
Take pictures, probably can tell. I'm going to tell you, the picture I'm taking in Victory Lane tomorrow is Billy Pouch, no doubt. I'm here to tell you today that the winner of the Chamois Shine 200 tomorrow will be Brett Hearn. Brett's won everything else this year, and I just can't see anybody stopping him.
And my pick for tomorrow's winner of the Chamois Shine 200-lap modified feature is five-time ARCA Super Speedway winner this year, Jimmy Horton from Fossil, New Jersey, driver of the 1A. I'm going with Jimmy for his experience, past winner of being a winner of the 200. But I also have to tell you that Billy Pouch, Doug Hoffman, and Brett Hearn, and possibly Toby Tobias will all be heard from tomorrow before the day is out. The Chamois Shine 200 had several important things at stake. First of all, it was one of the highest purses ever paid out at Flemington Speedway. Second of all, Billy Pouch, the 8-time champ, was looking to break the all-time season win record held by the late, great Al Tasnetti. And third of all, most important, it was the final race on dirt. And now let's take a look at highlights from the Chamois Shine 200, the final race on dirt. Toby Tobias Jr. and Kenny Brightbill brought the 48-car starting field down the front straightaway for the Chamois Shine 200. Tobias jumped out to the lead, followed by Scott Kania. They go down the back. Scott Kania, now your leader. Danny Johnson is now in second as they come up the fourth turn for the lead. Here as they go into turn one, it's Kania, Danny Johnson, and Tobias now as they go through turn one. By a promoter's choice, Frankie Snyder was there in the familiar number 2. Here as they go into one. Danny Johnson leader. Tobias goes wide and clips the first turn steel guardrail. Again, having a problem with that first turn during the weekend. Danny Johnson leading the way in a roundhouse number 28 from New York. Back in the pack, Jimmy Horton trying to make his way through in car number 80. As we continue down, it's Danny Johnson, Scott Kania. Kania, the Chamois Shine sponsor, number 90, making a great showing in this, the Chamois Shine 200. Around the outside, takes the lead away from Danny Johnson. Well, Kania really made a tremendous early showing here in the Chamois Shine 200 in car number 90, holding off the challenges of New Yorker Danny Johnson. Here, Johnson continues to work on the inside of Scott Kania as they go into turn 3. Danny Johnson, Scott Kania side by side for the last race on dirt here in the early going. Kania holds off the challenges of Danny Johnson.
All right, now Johnson works his way, works on Kenya, and finally Danny Johnson on the inside regains the lead.
Finally takes the lead from Scott Kenya.
Danny Johnson on the inside, maintaining that inside line. Here's Toby Tobias in car 17, putting the pressure on Doug Hoffman in the number 1. Tobias and Hoffman side by side in the early going, coming out of turn 3.
All right, there's your battle. Kenya second, Hoffman third, Tobias is in fourth. As they come down the front, Doug Hoffman with a move on the inside of Kenya takes over second. Now with Danny Johnson making a pit stop in that last yellow, Brett Hearn's your new leader as they get the restart, the green flag.
Still maintaining that lead.
Hearn continues on the lead now, starting to stretch the gap. As Billy Pouch now is moving in on the scene, and back to Tobias and Danny Johnson. The field continues. Brett Hearn, your leader. Billy Pouch trying to cut down that distance back. Tobias and Danny Johnson come together going into one. Tobias's wheel comes off. Again, another problem with that first turn for Toby Tobias this weekend. A couple of cars spinning around. The 19 of Ricky Elliott. The rest of the cars make their way through on this yellow. Restart now. Brett Hearn pulls away. The field all tightened up. Jimmy Horton now has come on the scene, and he's right up there to challenge with Brett Hearn. Other drivers in the pack. Danny Johnson, Doug Hoffman. The field's starting to bunch up. Now, Bob McCready has worked his way up to third as Doug Hoffman moves into fifth spot now.
Lap 106 saw Scott Kenya's tremendous effort in the Chamois Shine car come to a rest on the backstretch. Kenya would no longer be a factor on the day.
Green flag back out. Jimmy Horton, your leader. Danny Johnson in second. Doug Hoffman third. Richie Urich is now running fourth. Horton takes him down the back, stretching that lead between him and Danny Johnson as they continue. Hoffman makes a bid on the inside of Danny Johnson as they go into turn 1 now. On the restart, Horton's your leader. Danny Johnson trying to hold off Hoffman, pinching him against the inside guardrail, but Hoffman moves into second, taking it away from Danny Johnson. It's now Jimmy Horton, Doug Hoffman, Danny Johnson, and Richie Urich.
Well, while Jimmy Horton, the 88 winner, was leading down the backstretch, New York invader Matt Quinn in car 44 was having his problems as he comes to a stop in turn number 1 in the Ford Probe 44.
Okay, with the race back underway, Jimmy Horton, your leader. The field starting to get stretched out around the track, and soon lapped cars will begin to become a factor in this race. There you see Horton working on trying to get by Scott Kenya with Doug Hoffman and Danny Johnson right behind him. Danny Johnson goes to the inside of Doug Hoffman. Now as they go into 3, Danny Johnson takes over second spot. Horton's your leader. Danny Johnson in second. Doug Hoffman in third, trying to work their way by all these lapped cars now. All right, Toby Tobias also in front of Horton. Horton goes underneath the Tobias, lapping him. Danny Johnson on the inside of Horton. Johnson goes by. Horton slows when other cars slow, and Doug Hoffman runs right into the back of Jimmy Horton. The two cars are stuck together, trying to shake each other back and forth as they go down the track. Horton and Hoffman. Hoffman would retire from the race. Horton would go a lap down. On the restart, Danny Johnson, your leader. Billy Pouch in second. Richie Urich in third.
Johnson in at 28 and Pouch in the Barker Bus 76 battle back and forth as we moved into the closing stages of the final race on dirt. 8-time track champion Billy Pouch trying to break the all-time season win record of the late great Al Casnady. Pouch in second spot, Johnson in first in the 28. Pouch going high coming off of turn number 1 there, but does not let Danny Johnson get away from him.
With the race winding down, Pouch continues the pressure on Danny Johnson. They move in through the 4th turn. Pouch tries around the outside with 5 laps to go.
Well, only 5 laps left in the last race on dirt here at Flemington Speedway. Johnson, the New Yorker, on top. Scott from New Jersey's Billy Pouch in second spot. With Johnson leading, the yellow comes out for Kenny Brightbill and Ken Bren in turn number 1.